people are getting ready to spend $60 for games they just spent $60 for a year ago, less than a year ago. People are about to go buy Last of Us and GTA again. People bought Tomb Raider again.
Hey, but a lot of people, but Last of Us, in their defense, a lot of people that are buying it haven't played it yet.
Don't even. I promise you,
real life.
90%,
That's real life.
90% of people who bought The Last of Us have already played The Last of Us.
I mean, I know it's going to be a bunch of people that already played it. I know it's going to be a lot of people that already played it.
And not only that, the people who wanted to play Last of Us have played Last of Us.
They've already played, exactly. Like, I don't know anyone who hasn't played Last of Us is like, yeah, I gotta get that remastering, son. Those extra pixels just make the gameplay required.
Well, like, because you wouldn't have bought a $400 console without buying Last of Us first. You really
but clearly the sales, they had to have done that though.
Yeah. Well,
like, didn't they talk about that at the conference? Like people that didn't own PS3s and people that didn't own last gen consoles and stuff like that. Like there's
if Last of Us Remastered is a killer app, why not just buy it on PS3?
Didn't say that. But what if they don't own a PS3 though?
Why would
it'll still
What about the PS? What about the PS Now? What about the PS TV? Aren't that going to be allowed to stream PlayStation games? You could just play the PlayStation 3 version of.
It does bother me. It does bother me that they didn't use Last of Us as a poster child for PlayStation Now, because that was a perfect opportunity to do so.
Yep.
In my opinion.
But why do that? When they charge you $60 for the same,
and they're gonna pay for it.
And people are going to pay. That's my thing. Like, we're knocking Battlefield for being a $60 expansion. People are paying $60 to play the same game less than a year from now. I don't understand that.
Well, I do have a question though. Aren't people also going to be paying $60 to play the same Halo games they already played years ago?
Yeah, they are. But here's the difference. You're getting 4 Halo games remastered that came out. When did Halo 1 come out? 2001? That's over a decade ago.
Now, granted, the fact, like, I was excited for Halo 2 being re-released because I haven't been much of a fan of 3, 4, and everything else that came from it. But I think the entire culture on these HD re-releases and anniversaries is ruining the gaming culture in general. All of it. Like, no matter how much I like Devil May Cry
There's a difference between Microsoft re-releasing Halo from back in the day, and when people were asking for, because you got to remember, Halo 1 was never online officially. So there's people who haven't played Halo 1 online, but to most people, myself included, Halo 1 had the best multiplayer. You just never got to experience it on like an actual online system integrated into the game. Now we're going to have it on dedicated servers. We've never had resources.
These resources that are being reinvested into games that already have come and gone can be going into more original content, and it should be.
I mean, I agree with you on that. I'm just saying, like, I think there's a difference between re-releasing games from 10 years ago and re-releasing games from 8 months ago.
Yeah. No, I can't lie. Like, I mean, I'm not even like a big Xbox dude. I don't even have an Xbox One yet. But that Halo collection, like, seems like really great value to me, because you know, I'm someone who got into the Xbox 360 pretty late, so I missed out on Halo 1, 2, 3 completely. So I never got all that story from the Halo series, but I really enjoyed Halo Reach, ODST, and Halo 4 to an extent. So, you know, it would be great for me to finally get all that backstory that I missed out on.
And not to mention, because Charles was kind of sounding like a hater. You were saying like, oh, they're using all these resources that they could be using for something else. To be fair, all the resources for the Halo Master Chief Collection, they're already done. Like, the only ones they're making an effort for is Halo 2, which they're
you don't think it took some time to create the Forge engine for 1 and 2? Because they said that Forge works in all of those now.
But that's like some like team that nobody cares about. That's certain.
See, that's
no. That does no. That like putting the Forge and stuff. Hell, putting all these games on dedicated servers, and they weren't even programmed for that.
To be fair, fuck Forge. I think Forge is the worst thing of Halo, so I'm good.
But they recreated it though.
It's annoying playing on some Forge maps because they do suck. But you gotta remember, there are some good ones, and a lot of those people actually get jobs in the industry off of as level designers because of Forge. Like Forge actually has opened a lot of doors for people in the industry, and it was ahead of its time. Like that was not a staple. It's still not a staple now in a first-person shooter to have a level creator. A lot of games just don't have that stuff. Like Halo innovated a lot of that on consoles. So
and then games like Time Splitters and Far Cry get no credit for having those things before either, because they had the map creators and all that.
The Time Splitters one, that was dope.
No, I mean I'm not saying that Halo was the first. I'm saying they pretty much.
I wasn't saying that. I was just saying that those games don't get credit, and because we don't get those anymore.
Yeah.
Far Cry doesn't. Yeah, I mean, I think does Far Cry have a little bit of that now?
I don't know.
I don't think they do.
I don't think they had it in 3. No. So
yeah, and that sucks, man, because that was always a blast. So
I don't know. The way I look at the Halo remastering, it's the same thing with like what happened with the Orange Box, where like you got a really good deal in the Orange Box. You got Team Fortress, you got like Half-Life 2 and all the expansions in one collection for $60. Is an amazing deal. But those games weren't games that came out less than a year from that release of the Orange Box. They came out years ago. That's the difference to me. Like, I don't mind if you're going to remaster a classic game from from generations past. I get a little disturbed when people are excited to play GTA 5 again. And
that pissed me off.
They don't even have heist modes yet, but you're willing to give another $60 for more pixels?
When the rumor dropped for GTA 5 on next gen, I was still seeing people talking about the current gen one, and I was tweeting them like, "Why are you talking about next gen? You're already playing the game. Like, you are tweeting about the ending right now. Why are you worried about paying another $60 for the next gen version of the exact same game?" That really bothered me.
Oh, well, I can answer that. Because
and you go some heists?
Because the next version is going to have them heists.
Man, I swear to God, man. If they have the heist mode on the next gen version first, I'm done with Rockstar.
Man, that's business. They put that out. They got to now.
No, they don't have to. Dude, people have been waiting for heists for like what? Over half a year now. They keep pushing it back. It was supposed to come out spring this year. It's summer already. Where are the heist modes?
So glad I traded that in.
Oh my God. That's what gets me. It's like you couldn't figure out how to get heist to work, but you could figure out how to get that shit to work on the PS4 and Xbox One though. What?
Because more power.
No, he's talking about the whole game in general, not just heist.
They had enough time to get that shit ported to the Xbox. I can understand them releasing it on PC because it should have been on PC already anyway. That's fair. Xbox One and PS4, and people are like, "Oh, this is gonna be killer." It's the same game with GTA is not even a graphical powerhouse game anyway. So it's not like you're gonna look at this and be like,
"Hey, Mike."
Yeah,
I got some news, man. I'm buying GTA on Xbox.
You were part of the problem, Ed. You were part of the problem.
Man. Like, what do you want? Like, what can I say?
I want people to start speaking with their wallets and demand something from the industry. Like, what the hell?
So you want people? You want people to you want to dictate what people buy with their money, essentially.
No, I mean buy.
We want the consumers to dictate what they put out. Like
you can buy whatever games you want, but I know you already own GTA, correct?
Yes.
So you're gonna buy it again?
Yes, because it's a new console.
So it's the same game. You just bought GTA.
But it's gonna be like different experience. Like it's gonna
a different experience.
Hey, you sound like ruthless right now.
No. Because I'll be honest. I played Last of Us. I don't own Last of Us on PS3, but I did play through it. I'm gonna buy a PS4 eventually, and I'm gonna buy The Last of Us.
But you never bought The Last of Us. That's different.
Yeah, but you can make the argument that I already played it. But
then why are you buying it?
My point is that like, it's just like, it's kind of a cheap way to replay something or like revisit something But
a cheap way.
Yeah, like
you have to buy the game again though.
Yeah, I don't see how
I mean like a cheap,
100% market value for the same experience.
a cheap way for the developer side, not.
Oh, okay.
I was about to say a cheap way for you to do it is to pick up the copy you got sitting in front of you.
Nah, but you know, it just feels like a different experience, man. Like.
Why? Because you're holding a different controller? That's the only difference.
And it's gonna look different. It's gonna look slightly better.
You honestly, GTA on Xbox One and PS4 is going to just blow your mind visually.
I didn't say it's gonna blow my mind, but is it gonna look better?
Hey, I got a question. Did you get Watch Dogs?
Hair follicles on Michael's head. That'll be the difference.
I did get Watch Dogs. Yes.
You did? What did you get it on?
Xbox One.
You gonna get it on PC and unlock them sliders? Because you know it look better.
I don't care about graphics. I don't care about graphics though.
Wait, so why are you buying?
Why are you buying?
Yeah, I don't care about graphics, but you're buying GTA 5.
I'm not saying I'm gonna buy the superior version of games. I'm saying I'm buying an updated version of the game I already have.
What you mean an updated version?
An updated version, like a better quality version of what I already have.
Better graphics that you don't care about?
Yeah.
And let's guess. The game might load 2% faster. So yeah.
That load time.
I'm just saying, like, I just don't understand. Like, why are we so excited to replay games that came out less than a year ago? That doesn't make sense.
Now I will tell you this. I'm gonna tell you the reason why I'm gonna buy Last of Us on my PS4.
You own it on your PS3?
I do. I got it for $20. Wait.
Oh my God.
Can I finish it? Can I finish my statement though? Because it's not gonna be any. Because it's a better argument than Ed's though. I'm gonna buy it because there aren't very many multiplayer games on the PS4 for me to play, and I play Last of Us online to this day. I play it to this day.
Quick question.
Wow.
Hold up. You just said you're buying it on your PS4 because there
Last of Us
multiplayer games that you can play now on your PS4.
Right.
So you're buying it because of the lack of quantity of games on the PS4.
Exactly right. Yes. That is the reason.
Basically, you bought a system. Let me just understand this. You bought a system to play games. The system doesn't have a lot of games, so now you're rebuying games from the previous generation to make up for the fact that the system in the current generation that you paid for doesn't have games.
That's worse than what I just said for Grand Theft Auto. So
yeah, I'm honestly that's probably worse than what Ed just said. I'm gonna be honest.
How is that worse than what Ed just said? Ed
because
just said,
I'm
buying it because it's better, but I don't care about graphics. He's just buying it to spend another $60.
What you said is you're gonna buy a PS4, then you're gonna buy PS. You're gonna buy Last of Us because there is no games on PS4. So why the fuck are you buying a PS4 to begin with?
I said I'm buying it for the player. I didn't say there's no games on there.
Yeah, you did. You said because there's not that.
Hey, we're recording this. We can't go back to this.
All right.
Hold on a second. Let me just say something real fast. All right. You forgot to say the most important thing, Charles. You see, The Last of Us on PlayStation 4 is called The Last of Us Remastered Edition. Grand Theft Auto 5 is just Grand Theft Auto 5. Yes.
That's true.
That is a good point, though.
And also add this, but on a serious note, add this as well. A lot of people didn't buy all the DLC for Last of Us. This has all the DLC in it, including Left Behind. So that's another reason why.
That's a good point. I can concede that.
Grand Theft Auto 5 cover on Next Gen is just going to say GTA 5 again.
That's it. Grand Theft Auto 5 for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One.